Hey guys, it's Mark. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. Just really been here at home if I'm not practicing at school. Um, I think I'm doing all right. Just kind of had like a COVID scare recently, but thankfully everybody was okay. But as far as myself, I'm doing okay. What have I been doing lately? I've been practicing getting ready for my senior recital for next semester. I'm trying to get like an early start on it so I'm not stressing out at the end. And then when I'm not working on school or homework, I'm just here playing video games or practicing my snaritude. Okay. What is Renaissance visual art like? Okay, so the art that I saw, it seems more as like what we deem as classical art like now. Something that I see is that there's a lot of sculptures and that there's like a lot of more oil-based paintings. So when I say like oil-based, like compared to the paintings before, they seem more as a drawing compared to these. Like these are more paintings and using paint. I see that these are like these involve a lot more women compared to the last one. There's a lot more men in the last one, and then also in the medieval art, I saw that it was more of like a small group setting or like group settings like completely. And this one, it seems to focus on more individual paintings such as the Mona Lisa or the Lady with the Ermine, something like that. They also share like a similar idea of God also. Okay, so what is the poetry like? Well, the poetry seems more about love. Something that I noticed. It seems more about love, and it seems more um, dictated to individual people compared to like before we were talking about like grand stories or like crowds of people. What's the music like? Well, I noticed that the music from this era seemed to be a lot more pleasant to the ear. I saw that we don't use chromatic harmony at all, but we do use like consonant. Like there's no dissonant intervals within this music, or like just like notes just kind of like stopped on a page. This is more thought of and more, I would say, repetitive. Okay. How is it different from Renaissance art, poetry, and music? Um, Something that I think that's supposed to say medieval. Well, medieval seemed to be like a lot more dissonant when it's talking about the more music side, and it seemed like to be a lot more through composed, which means that um, the piece never really repeated compared to like that. And also, something that I saw was that there's more like the pieces in the medieval time period seem to be more asymmetric compared to now. There's like a simple meter that's shown. Um, Poetry, it's different from the medieval poetry because they rhyme a lot more now. So that's something that seems to be like a big change compared to before. Like it seems like they would just kind of like it was like a story compared to like a poem. And then the art, like I said, it was the art before seemed more like a drawing, and now it seems like more like a painting and more like actual art. And it seems to be more about women now. So that's something that they seem to be focusing on. Some of the works that stood out to you and why? Well, obviously everybody's gonna say the Mona Lisa. That's the most famous painting that came out of this time period. Leonardo da Vinci was like a revolutionist when it came to art. Like during that time period, like he was the guy. So that I would say that's something that like really stood out to me. And then, do I like Renaissance art, poetry, and music? Yeah, I do. I actually like this kind of music because it shows like the beginnings of patterns and something that we see today. And also, the poetry, it's a lot more deemed as like the common idea of poetry that rhymes a lot. And then the art, it's the stuff that we are based off of today. It's like the foundation, I would say, of everything. All right, see you guys later.